Hey team, so this week's homework is that you're just going to do these questions. These questions go along with the Game On text that you guys did last week, not the couch potato. So really you're just reading this page, which if you notice, there's a lot of pictures. So you're really reading like 1, 2 paragraphs, 3, 4 paragraphs. And then you're gonna answer these questions that I'm gonna read for you. Okay, so number 1, what advice does Dr. Jayanthi have for kids? A, play soccer instead of tennis. B, play lots of different types of sports. C, be sure to practice 16 to 20 hours a week. Or D, start playing tennis at age 6. Number 2, the author describes what muscle strain is by using which of the following examples? A, the author uses tennis, bicycling, and soccer as examples. B, the author uses kids who get injured as examples. C, the author uses soccer and tennis as examples. Or D, the author uses kids who play tennis as examples. As you read questions like this, team, make sure you're going back in the text and you're looking at where he talks about muscle strain. Same thing. What advice does Dr. Jayanthi have for kids? Go back in the text and look for his name to see what he actually says. Number 3, it can be inferred from the passage that A, scientists can help kids who are injured playing sports. B, kids who play tennis almost never get injured. C, it is very rare to get injured playing sports. Or D, some kids get injured playing sports. So based off the overall text, which one do you get an idea of that the author's trying to say? Number 4, read the following sentence and answer the question. Strain is the overuse of a body part. What does the word overuse mean in the sentence? A, to finish. B, to achieve. C, to get better. Or D, too much. Once again, go back in the text and see if you can find out what that means. Number 5, the main idea of the passage is that it can strain your arm to swing a tennis racket. B, it is more likely that you will get hurt bike riding. C, it is a good idea to play different kinds of sports. Or D, it is a lot of fun to play soccer and tennis. So when it says the main idea, that's also what we consider the central idea of the text. Number 6, according to the passage, why is it better to play more than one sport? So once again, you're going back to the passage and trying to tell us why it is better to play more than one sport. Number 7, if you are a tennis player, what might be the one problem you might encounter in switching to baseball as your other sport? Number 8, the question below is an incomplete sentence. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. If kids play more than one kind of sport, blank, they are less likely to get a sports injury. So I'm going to practice putting in each of these for you. So if kids play more than one kind of sport, so they are less likely to get a sports injury. If kids play more than one kind of sport, therefore they are less likely to get a sports injury. If kids play more than one kind of sport, then they are less likely to get a sports injury. Or D, if kids play more than one kind of sport, although they are less likely to get a sports injury. Which one makes the most sense in that blank? All right. Which dog has an injury? So you're going to look at the dogs and decide which one has an injury. And then you're going to answer this question. If you trip and fall on a piece of glass, will you get hurt? Right, so think about that. And then on the back, we had just a few more questions. for vocabulary. Number 1, what is the meaning of the word strain? So once again, guys, you guys can go back in the text and look for this word that you're trying to identify. 1, it's the warmest season of the year. B, to exert much effort or energy. C, a stiff, moderately thick paper. Number 2, what is another meaning of the word strain? A, the feel of something. B, a smooth, silky cloth. Or C, to push to the utmost. All right, last 2. Please use each answer choice only once. Choose the one word that best completes the sentence. Exhausted. Blank to stay aloft. He plunged into the open sea and was gone. So exhausted, strained to stay aloft, he plunged into the ocean sea and was gone. Exhausted, straining to stay aloft, he plunged into the open sea and was gone. Exhausted, strainer to stay aloft, he plunged into the ocean and was gone. Exhausted, strains to stay aloft, he plunged into the open sea and was gone. Exhausted, strained to stay aloft, he plunged into the ocean sea and was gone. Number 4, the discoverer of a new blank of the virus gets to name it. Guys, the strategy I'm using right now, just as a reminder, is the plug it in strategy. The discoverer of a new strain of virus gets to name it. The discoverer of a new straining of virus gets to name it. The discoverer of a new strainer of virus gets to name it. The discoverer of a new strains of virus gets to name it. Or the discoverer of a new strain of virus gets to name it. So plug in the one that sounds the best, that makes the most sense. And you're done. That's your homework for the week. Boop.